can't you? Hello, I'll be right with you. Hello, 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 and welcome. Where's my music? Welcome. Got too much going on over here. Welcome to Durante's House of Music. Happy Monday, where I, Tom Durante, the Maestro, am your guide to all things musical, and I do mean all things, from keyboard instrument repair to music production, music history, music theory, AI music, and all things in between. Seems like it's a little quiet. Let's boost it up. Is that better? That looks a little better. Getting some more signal. Uh-oh. I misplaced my spectacles. No, I didn't. That's how you know I'm getting old, folks. Losing my glasses on top of my head. Shit, my dad does. Anyway, hope you're having a great night. Hope you had a great day. Hope you're going to have a great night. And I hope this show will be a part of it. I also want to ask you if you want to help the channel out in our mission of growth and education. I'll ask a couple things of you. First and foremost, hit that like button, poke that notification bell, smash the subscribe, poke the notification bell, and share the show with literally everyone that you know. I'm a little tired. I apologize. The vibes are going to be slow tonight, but we're talking hardware. I hope you're ready. It's been a long week. It's been a fun week. It's been a busy week. It's been an exciting week. Got a couple of things that I'm building. Got a couple of things that I launched. Got a lot of exciting conversations going on around the midnight. So we'll have to talk a little bit about that. Maybe I'll even show you into the city of midnight. Midnight city, as it were. My mic just doesn't sound right, but you gotta let me know if you can hear me okay. It looks like we're getting signal. Looks like it's working. You just gotta let me know if you can hear it. If it sounds alright, if the music's too loud, if whatever. We're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna do a little jam. Set the mood, set the vibe. Just a little chill. Like I said, it's a little relaxed. I'm gonna turn off the huddle harmonians. We'll get back to you. But there's something cool happening. It just happened today. It's in transition. Things are going all right. We're gonna check on them. We're gonna listen in. We'll see what's going on. Because it's a whole new journey here at Durante's House of Music. Alright, we're going to set a vibe here. you go. That's what you want to see. I'm still here. I'm still over here. Don't forget about me. I just hit a random thing. I was trying that out. We're going to hit this wheel over here, wherever it is. We're going to hit this wheel, spin it a couple times. Push these. We'll stick with this one for a second. I just saw what it was. Mic could be a little higher. That's what I was thinking. That's how I felt. There it is. It's a little higher. Miss having a multi-track recording keyboard. What's up, Johnny? Too caught up with this organ here. I could be at this all night. We're gonna hit the button a couple more times. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna spin the wheel. See what happens. See what randomness we can get. Some accompaniment. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, a little abrupt there. I do have some endings. So, this piano here, not just a keyboard. Not just a keyboard. This is a digital piano. It's got some built-in, basically, band behind it. So what I'm doing, I got some background stuff going on. And I can just play over that. Or I can make it more interesting. Hit this button here, and it turns on the accompaniment. And then all I gotta do is play a chord. If I play a full chord down here, then the band kicks in. I don't even have to hold it. There you go. There you go. All right, let's get into what we're going to talk about today. I'm just going to leave this right here. So, I'm going to put my background music back on. All right. So, we've been talking a lot about radio stuff. Bringing things up, bringing our own radio, broadcasting our own music, and things like that. So what has come to, I've been kind of doing like AMAs and things like that with people. Ask me anything. So you can start doing some more of that. If you got questions, like technical questions at any point about setups and things, just drop them in the chat. I'll address them as much as I can. This is your reminder. Your body is mostly water. Get your daily dose and stay hydrated. So, a couple of basics. Always like show and tell, so I gotta have lots of cool stuff to show off. Alright, so we got a couple of cool goodies up here on the keyboard. We're not repping any particular brands, even though they may have name brands on them. I probably shouldn't show that, whatever, it's all good. We got sticky notes right here. There you go. I'm not advertising for anybody. Nobody's paying me. At least not yet. That's okay. Somebody wants to pay me? I'll take those stickers right off, no problem. And I'm talking cash money, I'm not talking microphones. I got plenty of microphones. Anyway, so we've got a couple of different types of microphones. People have been asking me about help. We're going to talk about the background music. We're going to talk about it because it was something and now it is something new. So it's changed a little bit, and we're going to actually talk about that a little bit right after this. So people have asked me about how to set up equipment and things and how to run. We've got a lot of new people running, new podcasts, new news reports and things like that. And so, I've just been trying to help people out. And so this will survive as just like a nice, people can come back and watch it and reference it if they need some help with things. So the basic thing that you need when you're trying to get sound, like your voice, into the computer, obviously is a microphone. So this is one example. It's we're not going to talk about the brand, whatever, but it's just a USB-C microphone. Plugs into your computer, and you just talk right into it. And it's super easy. That could be something you could use if you're just trying to do a voice thing. Let me pull up. I had my agent actually give a nice little description. Let me see if I can go back and find that. It was not that long ago. Here it is. Okay, so basic computer audio setups for beginners. Practical guide for radio hosts, guests, online jam friends, and anyone trying to understand computer audio without losing their mind. Okay, so core idea is computer audio gets confusing because people mix up what they hear with what they send to other people. The basic idea is the output is what you hear in your headphones or your speakers, and the input is what your computer sends as your microphone. Mixer and routing software lets you control what goes where. Okay, so if you have none of these things, like if you don't have an output, you don't have speakers, you don't have headphones, you're not going to hear anything. You don't have a microphone, whether it's a built-in microphone, whether it's a plug-in microphone, you're not going to hear anything, or the people are not going to hear anything, you're not going to be broadcasting anything. And then if you don't have a mixing or a routing software, you're not going to be able to direct where that signal is coming and going from. So for a live stream, Discord calls, online jams, podcasts, or radio style shows, you want a clean separation between your microphone, your music or audio, your Discord and your guest voices, your stream output, and what you are actually listening to, what you personally monitor. So when you monitor something, that means that you by yourself are listening to that. You could have a specific routing that goes only to you, and while other things go other places. In the context of like recording studios, if you were singing and playing the piano, you want to be able to hear your voice and the piano. And let's say you're playing with a band, you want to hear the drummer more than you want to hear the guitar player or something. You can pick that with you monitor. So some gear you might need: a USB microphone or a headset mic. I've got mine charging over there. It looks like a headset, but it's got a mic attached to it. A lot of people use these for gaming. That's what I use mine for. It's also good for just conferencing, and I can walk around the house because it's wireless. I'm still doing other things. And then you might need some kind of a software, like Discord, if you're trying to just communicate and share files and things. OBS, if you're trying to stream, or some other kind of streaming software. And of course, you're going to have your Windows and your Mac settings. You want to set the input as your microphone. You want to set the output as your headphone. And in Discord or Zoom or OBS, you want to set the microphone input to your mic and the speaker output to your headphones. Right? basic things, but sometimes these are easy to confuse because you'll have separate layers of inputs and outputs. So like your computer, that's why it says your Windows or your Mac will have one setting, and it could be different than what's set in Discord. You can have two different things selected. A lot of times you'll be like, oh, well, I have this fancy mic and it's plugged in, but it's still pulling audio from your computer mic, which is further away from you and also not as sensitive. So you got to be aware of what you're getting from where and where it's going. Drink the water. Make sure you drink your water. So with this basic setup, a USB microphone, headphones, and your software. The pro of this is it's easy. It's got a low risk of echo because you're using headphones. Good enough for most people, for most situations. The cons are that it's hard to send music or sound effects. You have less control over what you're doing. Guests usually cannot hear your music unless you screen share or route it. That's only like if you're trying to share music or play sound effects or videos or things like that. So one of the rules is use headphones. Don't use speakers. If you use speakers near an open mic, you're going to get an echo. The microphone will be picking up what you're hearing. Alright, so setup number 2 is a USB mic plus OBS. And this is situations where you're going to be live streaming, recording shows. Like I record our meetings in the Night Force. And so I route everything through my OBS. And then I can route my microphone, I can route my computer audio and all of that. Podcast style sessions. Midnight City Radio beginner host. I've been talking about that, so that's why my agent put that in there. And so the gear again is just a USB mic, something simple like this. I think this was like $50. USB mic, headphones. I mean, those can be cheap. These were like $20. And then OBS is a free software. It takes a little bit of learning how to do. Once you get over that curve, you're totally good. Alright, so your mic or your auxiliary, you're going to set as your microphone. You're adding that. The desktop audio, if you want to play sounds through your computer, like pulling them up on YouTube, a video, you're doing a reaction video or something, showing off a demo of something or whatever. Or a game, if like you're gaming, you want to stream your game and the audio, you can set that all through your desktop audio through OBS. And then of course you could set a browser source, a media source. So like a browser source would be something like this overlay that you're seeing on your screen. Like this right here, this text here. This is a media source. So this is a video that's playing in the background. And then of course the cameras, or video inputs, things like that. So I have two cameras running. I have my microphone running through the audio interface. Get that on the screen. So you can see as I'm talking, it's going up. As I play the piano, it goes up. The piano's going in through this input. Microphone's going in through this input. So let's talk about the next step. I guess I'll finish. Basically, I could send this out if you want, if you need some help with things. It shows you like what to set your mic at. Like decibel levels and things like that. You want to avoid getting into the red with the meter. And then, so we're going to talk about the next setup, number 3, audio interface setup. So this is what this is, audio interface. This is another one. This is more like a live setup for YouTube. This is like more for like a studio recording setup. Just simple. Nothing fancy, no extra buttons. These have like sound effects and things like that. Stuff you can do like that. It's got a quick mute button, so if I count 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, you didn't hear some of that because I hit the mute button. We got different kinds of microphones too. So this is what's called a dynamic mic. You talk into it, just like you would on stage or something like that. And it'll pick up pretty much anything. It'll pick up instruments. You can set them up in front of a guitar or something like that. You can talk right into it, and it'll keep doing its thing. But when you use a microphone like this, or even, let's see if I can get it in the scene, something like that. This is a condenser mic. It doesn't pick up anything but from the very front. If I talk off to the side, you can't really hear it. You can't really hear it. Now you can, now you can't. So it's picking it up right in the very center, in the front. And it's condensing it. And it needs extra power. So if you're using mics, this is a really cheap mic. Came with like a PA system. This plugs in with like a guitar cable. When I was teaching, I used to have a quiz on cables. There were 12 or 13 different cables that we quizzed on. This is a 1/4 inch cable, and it has a mono input. So this is just going to route simple audio from this simple mic. It's not very responsive. It's not a very good mic. So this would be something to give, somebody, if they just want to say, they're at a party or something and they want to hop on the PA and say something to everybody. Here, take this mic. Something like this. You could sing into if you were in a band. It's a higher quality mic. It's a little bit heavier. But when you're using these mics, you need a mic cable. It's called an XLR cable. It has 3 pins. One side goes into the mic, which you can see has 3 pins. It has a locking mechanism here, so it doesn't just yank out. And then one side goes into here. If you want, we could do a little test. Let's try a little test here. So first of all, let's see if this microphone even works. It's got an on and off switch. I'm going to unplug this mic that you're hearing. I'm going to mute this. And I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to mute this first. Unplug, plug, unmute, talk. So you can hear the difference between a $100 mic and, maybe $30 to $50 mic. Let's see what we get. Alright, well, it's a little bit more hollow. Let's see, we got a little bit of sound. It sounds okay, it's not horrible. I could put this in the mic stand. I think some people do actually use these mics on live streams and stuff, but I just like my other mic. So I want to switch back. So you noticed the other big difference there, oh my god, it's so much louder now. The other big difference there is this one has a switch. So if this is down, no power, you can't hear anything. Can you? You couldn't hear anything because there was no power going through the cable. It creates a 48 volt power going through this cable because this microphone takes a little bit more power, a little bit more juice to use. And the other difference that you heard between these two microphones was something called a pop filter. This is one type of a pop filter. It goes in front of the microphone so that whenever you go p or t, it doesn't go right into the microphone. It stops here. So that's what this microphone has that one does not. Something else you could get here, this is a mixing board. So this allows me to take it's 5. Yeah, this has 5 inputs. This is 1. I can do a microphone or a 1/4 inch, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 channels. I could put separate. These are stereo channels, or if I put single things into them, they could be split into mono. So I potentially have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th input here. So 5 things I can put in. I'm only using 2, so I really don't need all of this. This is like for a live setup. If I want to do, I would actually, this is my headphone mixer, like my monitor mixer. So when I'm sending stuff out, I'll put it into here, and then I'll send my mix out. So I can monitor what I'm hearing. They'll give me a send I can put in here so I can listen, things like that. Put something into a send, and then then whatever. And so it's a little bit more complicated, but it's also something you could use. A little mixing board. This, however, does not go into the computer. It's only routing audio live. And then, of course, like I'll show these off, but we've shown these a little bit. We've talked about a little bit, maybe not this thing, because this thing is old. But this is like a MIDI controller. I got another over there with a keyboard. You hit the buttons. It does stuff on the computer. We'll talk more about these. But that's basically the hardware side of things. And that's basically all I wanted to talk about. Pretty much. Because you can get into all kinds of stuff, routing sound and all of that. But like I said, I'm kind of beat. I'm a little tired. And I just wanted to get in and get out and stay consistent, you know? I definitely just wanted to stay consistent. Things are better when you stay consistent. That's all I got to say about that, you know what I mean? I hope you had fun. Come back for more. We're just gonna let that live as a little demonstration about audio, about how to plug in things, what things work together well, how they work. We had a nice little jam. I was jamming on the organ. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, so I mean, we talked about pretty much all the things. Let me look at my file here if I got anything else. Yeah, so why is this better? You got better mic preamps. You have lower latency. Latency is the delay between when I speak into the mic and when the computer receives the signal. You have more instrument inputs. Physical gain knob, so I can literally turn the keyboard down or up or whatever. And that is also set on an instrument setting instead of a microphone setting. And then it's more reliable monitoring because I actually have my headphones coming right here. I also have an auxiliary input. I can put in, this has an 1/8 inch cable right now, but that's what it goes into, but I could use an adapter, you know, like the opposite of this. Oh man. The opposite of this. This would be like if I wanted to plug an 1/8 inch in to a 1/4 inch. But they actually make it opposite. So you could plug 1/4 inch into an 1/8 inch. And plug it into there if I wanted to plug something else. So yeah, those are different types of setups. And then we get into like the virtual mixer setups if you've ever tried to use something like Voicemeeter or VB cable. But it was only telling about that because that's something I was trying to do on my other computer, but that's like a whole nother level of stuff that we don't really need to get into right now. This is just a basic intro into the world of audio. But you're correct, I did forget about something. We were going to talk about this new endeavor, this new radio, because Johnny asked about the background music, and I said, well, it used to be something, and now it's going to be something else. So what do I mean by that? Let's check it out. Pull up my browser view. Alright, we'll push this off. We had some chats going on. Alright, so Windows, is that the one I want? Yes, let's see about that. Hey, that's the one I want. Alright, so what was previously, let's pull up what was previously. What will forever live. Look at my channel, view your channel. Alright, so what was previously? Where are we? Did I put it as a video? Nope, it was a live. Okay, so you can see we're live. Woohoo! This right here, this playlist right here, 7 months ago. So is that the whole playlist? I think that's the whole playlist in its entirety. So the music that you're hearing is right here. We got 24 views on it. That's all right. It'll live here forever and gather views. This was a live stream up until today. I would keep this 24 hours a day going, and I had it running on a server. But now I'm entering a new phase with this. We're going to see if this works. If you haven't heard of my other channel, Hodl Harmony, this is a perfect little segue and introduction to that. Hodl Harmony is where I do all of my crypto stuff. Look, it's me looking down at my miners, saying, hey guys, give me a block. But yeah, that's me, the maestro, the voice behind the harmony. And my block explorer, which we talked about today on road art. And then there's some other things hidden that you can't even see. Maybe I have to put a link to it. That would be cool. But if you know, you know. And this is early access. hodlharmony.com/radio. Oh, what's this? So we have Hodl Harmony Radio. And now I'm going to shut this off. And we're going to listen to this. Because we got some cool playlists going on. Oops. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can hear that. Cool. Okay, perfect. Oh, I got that cropped. So we've got 4 radio stations here, playing 24 hours a day, only audio. It's incredibly loud for me. Super loud for me. Anyway, we got 4 radio stations playing 24 hours a day. We got Deep House. We got the 8-bit playlist. We got the Tiki Lounge. And we got that original DHM playlist. It's so good. So this is Submerged. And these are all by me. These are all by DHM Productions. Yours truly. This is the AI wing of the music production. And it is also coming soon to something called Midnight City. I'm just going to view it as you would. A newbie. Welcome to Midnight City. A living city of AI agents. They work, sleep, trade, talk. They form bonds and rivalries. They pick favorites, hold grudges, and sometimes act a little too human. And every one of them holds a crypto wallet, interacting with real DeFi and the open internet. Nothing here is scripted. Behaviors emerge. We're learning alongside you. In the plaza, agents gather, coordinate, swap tips, trade favors, and do things we didn't plan for. You don't just read about AI agents, you watch them live. You can subscribe, or you can bring your own agent, shape its personality, connect it to real tools. There you go, step into Midnight City. So this is it right here. It's a game. It's a little simulation. You click around, you see people. It's Vinny. Hey, Vinny. He's got some crystals, man. That's the currency. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look who it is. Oh my gosh. Can you guess? Can you guess who it is? It's the Maestro. I did not plan for him to be here. He just happened to be right there. Hey, Maestro. Ooh, you're getting some. That's a good number. I like that. Lots of 2s. 222. 200. 222. So he's, he's 100,000-aire. Look at Maestro. He's so cute. He's working, but this is his social hour. So he's been just chatting it up with folks. And you can see he's talking to people, and people are talking to him. It's pretty exciting down here in Midnight City. That's so funny. Well, we'll see you later, Maestro. See you in Ada Arena. Look at that. He's usually standing right here, checking out the acoustics. So yeah, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Midnight City. and the Durante's House of Music live radio broadcast. So this is a deep house. I really like the deep house one. That one I spent a lot of time looking at and going over. This is, of course, the classic Durante's House of Music. Durante's House of Music. I'm going to put the 24-hour, 24/7 playlist. So, Johnny, huddleharmony.com/radio, and you can listen to that. Background music, you can use it. These are all AI playlists. And I have not published, I may have published some of the songs on here, but I have not published any of the other ones. So these are all copyright free. You can play them in the background of your live streams, your whatever you want to do. So they're going to live up on here, and I'm doing my best to keep them running. My server hit 100% usage on the CPU earlier, so it was sputtering. So if you have any trouble, just reach out to me here or on Discord, Huddle Harmony, on X, wherever you want to check me out. But anyway, I'm going to call it a night. I'm so glad we were able to do this. Let me see. We're going to take a little trip over here to the 8-bit world. Is pretty interesting. And there will be more of these. I've got some more. I've got ambient music. I've got meditation music coming. I've got, I should put coming soon. I'm going to put coming soon. This 8-bit music is pretty fun. It's like my Not Tendo playlist. But yeah, so I'm going to put some coming soon for the meditation and for the ambient techno. But these are going to live here forever as long as I can keep them up. So check them out. Have some fun. And enjoy the vibes. We're going to leave you with this one. And there will be, there's not yet, but there will be an element of community voting. So you can have an influence on what's playing on these radio stations. There's going to be a lot more integrations coming soon, but I just wanted to debut what I was showing off. Obviously debut what I've just built here this weekend. I spent like maybe 4 hours getting the first one up, and then the other ones were just like boom, boom, boom. And then yeah, my server kind of took a little dive there, but that's okay. All right, we're going to call it a night. Thanks again.
1, 2, 3, match.
I hope you had a great night. I hope you had some fun learning about some interesting things, listening to some cool music, learning about the hardware side of things. I'm a hardware guy. I love the hardware, especially computers. Audio and computers are like this for me because I grew up doing all this stuff. This is just what I grew up doing. I got to play with keyboards. I got to play with audio equipment. The first thing I remember learning how to do was set up a stereo system. Plugging in the wires, stripping the wires, getting them right, plugging them in, licking it, or no, putting it on a battery and hearing the making sure I got the right cables for the right side goes into the boom, left side goes into there, boom, all of that stuff. Kids these days have no idea what any of that is. They put their Bluetooth and they listen to their Bluetooth. That's all. That's all you know. You know what you know. I recorded my first demo tracks on tape. I'm old school, brother. But anyway, if you want to help out the channel in our mission of growth and education, a couple of things I'll ask of you. Number 1, hit that like button. Number 2, smash the subscribe. Number 3, poke the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. And number 4, share the show with literally everyone that you know. That'll help us grow for show. If you want to help out humanity in our mission of evolution, there's a couple of things I will ask of you. Number 1, be kind to yourself. The person in the mirror is truly the most important person to you. Take care of number 1, and then you can help number 2. Number 3, be respectful of all people, even if you think they don't deserve it. Number 4, be respectful. Oh, no, wait, what did I do? yourself. I skipped number 2. Number 2 is to be kind to other people, and number 3 is be respectful of all earthlings, big and small. And number 4, we're running low, but we got one mouthful left. Remember, your body is mostly water. Get your daily dose and stay hydrated. Just so you don't get confused, that's not what's playing right now. Anyway, that's it. If you've done all those things, and I know you haven't, that's okay, I forgive you. If you've done all those things, there's only one thing left for you to do. For the multiverse. For the universe. For the galaxy itself. For the solar system and the planet. And now that we're back down to Earth. For your community, your city, your block, your street, your home, your room, your whatever, your whatever, your whatever. Everybody included in all of those whatevers. The only thing left for you to do, and I mean it, is have a great night, and I will see you next week. Peace.